everyone, welcome back to our SolidWorks course. In this video, we would be learning about an important tool provided by SolidWorks. The name of this tool is FeatureWorks. What this tool does and how this does, we will take a look at it later on in the video. But first, let me give you some background. We have learned about universal formats previously. Universal formats are nothing but formats in which files are saved, or rather your 3D components are saved so that they can be used in several CAD software like SolidWorks, CATIA and much more. When you are provided with these formats and you open these formats at SolidWorks, it does not give you all the features that were used in order to create this format. It just gives you the product, or rather your 3D component, and that's it. I will show you this with the help of opening a part in SolidWorks. So let's move to SolidWorks and take a look at what we are talking about. Here you can see that I have opened SolidWorks, and now I would be opening a new part, that is a part which has been saved in the Parasolid format. I will press Ctrl O on my keyboard so that it launches the pop-up for me to choosing the feature. Here I will select this feature that says feature recognition .x_t. This is the extension used for Parasolid. If I click on open, here you can see that first it will ask me if I want to run import diagnostics on this part. If I press yes and click on OK, it will tell me that there were no issues as it reported none. Here it is asking me if I want to proceed with feature recognition. This is the part for the next part of a video. I will first close this, and here you can see that in the feature manager tree, it is just showing me this one feature, or rather this one component that says imported. Here there are no features, or rather the features that we had used to create this part. If you remember, this is the part that we had created in one of the videos in our module 3. So when you import a Parasolid part in any of the CAD softwares, it won't show you all the features that we used in order to create this part. But here it will show you only this one thing that says imported, and it is one single body. You can use this part in all of your geometries and any of other such work because it has all the faces that you would be requiring to, let's say, give any sort of mates or add a new component over here. But let's say you are intrigued to change this component. You can't do it from here. If I right click on it, there is a feature that says edit feature, but it does nothing. This is for the next video. Here you can't literally edit the feature over here. But let's say what if you wanted to do it? I will show you how you can do it. I will first close this part. I will say don't save. Now the first step for this is that you have to go to the drop down of this gear over here, that is options, and from here you will click on add-ins. Here you have to make sure that this option that says FeatureWorks has been ticked on. This should be ticked on and this should be ticked on as well. Once you have enabled the FeatureWorks option, you will click on OK, and now you will open a part. I will press Ctrl O on the keyboard, open the same part again, click on open. Again it will asking me if I want to run any import diagnostics on this part. I will press yes. Here it is telling me that no faulty faces or gaps remain in the geometry. I will click on OK, and now it is presenting me with the option where it is asking me, do you want to proceed with feature recognition? I will say yes, and it will show me this tab over here that says FeatureWorks. This is the tool that I was referring to before. FeatureWorks is a tool that creates features for all the geometries that we have over here. I will show you how. In the recognition mode, we have two modes. One is the automatic and one is the interactive. Let's first take a look at the automatic mode. Here I can see these are all the features that it would be selecting automatically. If I click on OK over here, here it is running the diagnostics and trying to create or replicate all the features that have been used in this part. Here you can see that now after running the FeatureWorks tool, you can see that this part was imported as a new part, and also we have the features that we use in order to create this part. This it does by itself. Let's take a look at the features and if it has created them properly. If I roll back the bar up to the first feature, you can see here that it had first created this cuboid over here. If I roll forward, Next, it created the bottom cut over here. If I move the feature, this roll bar ahead, it shows me that it has created a plane. Next, if I roll it forward further ahead, you can see here it created this feature over here. Next, it created another plane. Let's show this plane like this. I went into the sketch mode. My bad, I will exit the sketch mode. I will click on this and click on this eye that says shows. It created another plane over here. If I roll forward, it created this body over here, maybe on this plane. If I move forward my bar, you can see this is how it created this cut over here. I will press Ctrl 7, set it into the isometric mode, and I will first hide these two planes as they serve no purpose. Here you can see that by using the feature recognition, it replicated all the features. It did not do it exactly the way it was supposed to be done, but it tried its best and replicated all the features that could have been used in order to create this part over here. Now if I roll back again over here, and if I want to, let's say, edit my first feature, I can right click on it, go to edit feature, and here you can see that we have all the options that we can use to edit this feature, that is the boss extrude. We have the end condition type, we have the distance for which it is extruded. I will click on OK, keep this normally. If I again right click on it and go to sketch, here you can see that we can edit the sketch as well. But there is one important thing over here. If you try to edit the sketch, you need to make sure that you define the sketch the way it is. Why I am telling you this? Because if you try to move the sketch, all the components over here would move along with it, because they have reference with some of the other entities or geometries over here. If you try to edit this part, you have to be very careful and give all the relationships properly. It is the best that you simply go to the Smart Dimensions command, give this the dimension that is already being here, because SolidWorks has sourced the dimension from the previous part that we had imported. I will click on OK, generate this dimension, and you can see that once we have done this, it has not been fully defined. I will press escape, select this line, it is vertical, select this line, it is vertical, check for this line and this line, both of them are horizontal. I guess this is not, yes, it is not coincident at the origin. I will select this vertex over here, press Ctrl and set it at the origin. Once I have set both of them coincident, you can see this is how I have fully defined my sketch. I will press Ctrl Q, exit the sketch, rebuild the part, press Ctrl 7, get into the isometric mode, and here this is how you can see we made whatever changes we want to this model, but also we tried to fully define the sketch as a good practice. If I roll forward, you can see all the components are the same, but let's say if I try to make a change over here. Let's say again I will right click on boss extrude, go to edit sketch, and let's say if I change this from 100 to 200, I will press enter, press Ctrl Q, and here you can see that even though I made this change over here, these have not been changed, because there was some relation that was added over here which kept them over here. So this is the point I was explaining you. If at all you wish to make any change, you need to be careful that you create the change so that all the geometries or all the features that are in the geometry change along with it, so that it does not disrupt your geometry. Now that you've learned about the automatic feature recognition mode, let's learn about the interactive one. For that, we will have to again close this. I will say don't save. Here was the part that which we had imported previously. I will again close this one. I will say don't save. Again I will press Ctrl O, sorry. I will import this part again. I will say yes to run the import diagnostic. I will click on OK. Again, if it asks me if I want to proceed with the feature recognition, I will say yes, move ahead. But this time what I will be doing here is that I will be selecting interactive mode. In the interactive recognition mode, I have to specify the features that it's supposed to be adding. For example, here let's first specify this cut extrude. I will go to the feature type, and from here I will specify cut extrude. I will select this face, and in the up to face I will select this face. Once I have specified, I will click on recognize, and you can see that it has recognized the feature and it removed it from there. Next, what I would be doing here is that I would be recognizing this cut over here. For that, let's say I will go to this option that says cut extrude. From here I will select this face, and up to it should cut it up to this face over here. I will select this face and try to recognize it. It has also recognized that cut, and that cut over here has disappeared. I will press Ctrl 7, and next I will try to recognize, let's say, this boss extrude. Let's say I will go to boss extrude, select this face, and at the up to face I will specify this face over here. If I try to click on recognize, you can see that it has recognized that feature as well. Again, I will do the same for this one. I will specify this as the face to start my extrusion, this as the face to end my extrusion. I will click on recognize, and it has removed this feature, telling me that this feature was recognized as well. Next, I just have to specify this as my feature. I will click on this face and try to recognize it. Here it recognized it because because it automatically selected the extrusion distance. Here you can see it will be creating all these features that it has recognized, and if I click on OK and let it run its analysis in the background, here I can see that this is how it has created this geometry by creating all these features. If I roll back till the first feature, you can see it first created this cuboid, next it created the plane, so that I guess it wants to create an extrusion. Yes, it wanted to create an extrusion. If I move forward, it created the next extrusion. It again created another plane. This must be for the cut extrude. Yes, it is for the cut extrude. Again, it created another plane for the final cut extrude. And with the help of all these features, it tried to rebuild this part by creating the features. Now that the features are created, you can use this part and edit it the way you want. But as I have told you, you need to be cautious of editing it because there are no relations in this sketch or in this model over here. I hope it was very clear how can you use FeatureWorks tool provided by SolidWorks in order to import parasolid files and then edit them by yourself. I hope you had fun learning about this. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.